Alright guys, RoKage here and welcome back to the brand new video. In today's video, One Punch Man World will be the topic. More precisely, we're gonna check out really important article that pretty much explains what is happening with One Punch Man World. I believe this was posted from someone inside of development team and overall team who is working on the game, I guess so, okay? Massive shout out to Painblade. This is where I got this article. Check out his video as well. I will put his video in the description below. Love ya, Pain, and yeah, check him out, please. I saw a few parts of his video, but I wanted to like do this with you guys and read through this and see what exactly is happening. So we're gonna do it right now. Leave a like, guys, subscribe, your opinions in the comment section below, and let we start. The first part of the article is like general explanation how the games work overall these days, so especially mobile gacha games, right? We have different type of categories where they are which are really important for overall future of the game. So we have the content driven category, numerical driven, mechanism driven, socially driven, creativity driven, experience driven, and overall I will put the article in the description below so you can read it through for yourself, but mainly here I just want to highlight the most important things. But here he made a conclusion overall that the most important thing in today's gacha games, mobile, PC, whatever, is constant updates, constant new things, constant content, so the people are super intrigued and interested by playing this game. That is like the number thing what he concluded it is super important. Okay, key question: which one is most dependent on developers to continuously update content with high intensity? Okay, this is that part what I was saying. Okay, what are the main flaws of games overall? Content is consumed too quickly. Extremely high production capacity requirements. If you don't have production capacity, you won't be able to retain players. This is one thing that's One Punch Man World is in a big problem overall, let's be honest. And of course, he will talk in this article about the revenue and how disgusting it is, how low it is, and how much money they actually invested in One Punch Man World. And I already said, it's crazy number, guys, crazy number. Development costs are extremely high, especially open world. Yes, exactly. Producing content requires taking into account script writing, story, show, role building, scene production, music, art. Yeah, it's huge project, guys, and you can only imagine, like, One Punch Man World in my eyes is still a great game, but they're just not handling the game correctly. That's the only problem, bro. That's not the only, of course, but like basically looking at it at its core, it's good game, bro. It has a crazy potential to be like for years and years and years, but these days he will also talk about this in this article, that these days the players are really picky for the new games. This is also what I noticed 4 years ago, 5 years ago when I started doing this. People weren't as picky, not at all, bro. Trust me, OMG, not at all, not at all. But yeah, these days we are just used to craziness, and that's why we have like high standard now, and that's how it is. Like rarely some new games even have a future. Player experience is different. Different players may have very different tastes for stories and the characters. Difficult to meet needs of all players. Okay. Let me now go to this part. This is like super important for me to say. Everything else you can read for yourself, okay? But this part is like super important. Here he will explain how many years it took to actually make this game happen and how much money they spent. It took about 19 years to be for the project to be established, and 5 years of development. Guys, 5 years of development. It costs so much. Music, art, design, voice acting, modeling, everything, bro. It costs, and then you need to buy as well IP, make a good game, and then you hope, yo, will this be good? But they made crucial mistakes, and that will cost them. That will cost them. The total cost is expected to be around RMB 200 million. I believe that's like Chinese currency. Okay, so we need to convert this 200 million to 300 million. The current team members are 200 people. Is it one of the largest project in Perfect Mobile Games? That is the developers. Under development, the project's target slogan, modify the seal. Okay, starting on February 1st this year in Europe and United States, companies owned and invested by Sony. Okay, so they were pretty nice investments, pretty big investments, I guess, in this company. So they actually wanted to create something epic, and they really invested crazy amount of money. Open beta, first month of results, the whole month of February as follow. Okay, here it is. So overall, let me zoom in. I don't know, do you suffer? I don't want you that you suffer. So we had Southeast Asia region, iOS plus Google, 2.4 million downloads. European and American, 2.3 million downloads. So overall, the downloads are 4.7 million. Very good download data, indicates that the promotion or purchase volume is done well. Yes, they had many ads, the promotion was fine, the marketing was okay. Overall, I've seen much worse, I've seen much better, somewhere in the middle. But yeah, definitely 5 million people downloaded the game. And this is where it's crazy. And this is something that I mentioned from the get-go. I don't understand why you'd put this type of prices in the shop that even me, who can, like, without any joke, wail on this type of games, because that's what I do, and I could do it, although I rarely do it, because I hate spending crazy amount of money on this type of games. Just because of, I don't, unless there is like a pity 100%, then I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. But 50-50 pities, no, I tend to avoid this. That's why most of the games on free to play, I feel the best like that. But yeah, putting in the shop the prices that are not, like, doesn't make any sense, bro. Like, only few packages were worth buying, everything else is a scam in my eyes. They're just like, you're wasting money for literally nothing. And that was the biggest problem. I always said, if only they just put normal prices in the shop, if they didn't put paid reroll banner, they would literally make 10 million in first month, 5 to 10 million without content, like how it is like now. Just if they put the right prices, they would make 5 mil. Now look at this. The income is 1.4 million. Disgusting, bro. Okay, let me read this. So the total 4.7 million downloads. Very good download. Okay, a total flow 1.4 million convert to RMB at exchange rate 7.1 and at coefficient blah blah blah. That's 14 million turnover. Amen. Again, RMB. It's bleak according to this trend. There is a question mark as to whether there will be 5 million turnover in Europe, America, and South Asia in the first year. What's the worst than revenue is game retention. Perfect itself announced it is the first time in South Asia to retain 40%. Looks okay, but they're probably just there to say that they would say. Okay. Let's look at the friends I added in the US server. Not even 1 out of 10, considering that half of the start was lost. Okay, pretty much they're saying, in other words, we are losing the players like crazy. No one is playing. Like yesterday, I didn't even do the dailies. Like, people just not interested in this game. This game needs something refreshing, something new, and I don't know, bro, these days it's super hard. I understand developers and the team, and it's really hard for them. You know why? Because if they do some big mistakes like they've done now on the launch, even if they fix those stuff, not all people will get back. Like 20 people of that 100% who left will get back, because they're gonna reinstall the game. They have many other games to play and they cannot be bothered. So today, from my experience, I need to make a conclusion. I just want to help the future developers and the companies, because at the end of the day, we content creators, we see the comments, we see what people who are consuming those games are saying. That we are literally in the core of it, and we can advise you. Not like we're not the experts or anything like that, right? I don't have the PhD on this, right? But from my experience, I can definitely say, focus on that launch, giving many things for free. Make it super fun, so the people, when they start playing the game, they're like, yes, let's go, yes, let's go, OMG, and then they get hyped, and then they're gonna start playing the game like crazy, and it will be here. If they don't mess up, they could do it for years, okay? But if you do a crappy launch, people don't care anymore. Trust me, guys. Developers, companies, they don't care. They will notice cash grab. Easy, okay? So what has this product that been selling quite well since in launch done to deserve this result? This is a question I have thought about and wondered for a long time. First, how did T3 become a one-punch game type? From my observation, it is a content-driven supplement by mechanics and numerical values, with social games. Okay, now he goes in more detail. I will just read through this a little bit, because I just want to show you mainly the highlights. Okay, so 1 second. Okay, I read everything, and the few things that I want to highlight, what he mentioned here, I absolutely agree. There is a big problem in the project management team. Okay, so someone who is doing that project management team, whatever, they're not doing things correctly overall. He is saying also that PvP would be something that could refresh this game and make it better. T3 production capacity problem has no like, they have production capacity problem, okay? There is still not enough people in production, and they're not doing this things correctly. That is one of the reasons why there is such a low amount of content in the game. He also mentioned they spent crazy amount of time creating the characters, and how they're gonna work, mechanics, a lot of money invested in this part. So T3 spent a lot of effort in this type of stuff, like characters, mechanics, combat, that city, backgrounds, storytelling. Not perfect overall, they could have done better, but they actually put a lot of effort, music, all of that stuff. But the production team is the problem here. They just don't have it enough, and it doesn't work effective enough. And that's why, guys, we don't have content in this game. You should understand the fatal conflict of this project. A game positioned as a content-driven game, the production capacity and content are shockingly low. If this conflict cannot be resolved, no matter how hard you try, it will be in vain. Okay? Because even if you finally want to switch to buy out a game, its current content is seriously not enough to support more than 20 hours of playtime required to buy out game. That's exactly, like, literally, guys, this is one of the games that free-to-plays, low spenders, we managed to reach the end game in a matter of 2 weeks. 2 weeks it was done. The end game is here. So not enough content, not enough content, not enough content. But guys, I forgot now to convert the currencies, but they spend millions upon tens millions of dollars during the 5-year project to create this game, okay? And now they don't have shit, bro. They managed to get $1.5 million back in first month. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's it. And they spent tens upon tens million dollars, bro. They're in big problem. Big problem. People quitting. There's no retention. Yeah, people just going away. No matter what they do, they put a new event. Literally no one cared. So yeah, game is in a big problem. Too much money invested in development, team, and everything else. But the game is, at the end of the day, without content, without many players, and especially super low revenue in the first month with 4 million downloads. Okay, again, check out Painblade. He read more and showed more in this article, but I just wanted to give you the highlights and what interests me overall. Now everything is understandable. The production team cannot take it. Okay, they cannot take it, and that's why there is no content. Yeah, it's sad because overall this game has such a great potential, bro. We're gonna see, but definitely if they cannot catch up and add more content, the game is GG. Okay guys, love you. See you next one. Definitely this is even worse scenario than I thought, honestly. Bye.